So the new game-changing Aluula fabric that we've all heard so much about is finally in a kite, and that kite is the Ocean Rodeo Roam Black Edition, which you can see here. The Aluula fabric is the yellow or gold fabric on the kite where the Dacron would normally be. They're in the leading edge and the struts. This kite is super light. It just feels like a trainer kite or something in the bag. It's super light. So we're gonna do a weigh-in. We're gonna hear from a few different folks that flew it. I'm gonna give you kind of my opinion and my feedback first, and then we're gonna hear from Chris, and then I'll tell you kind of what other guys had who had tried it thought of the kite. Overall, very impressed. Game-changing, I think. Ocean Rodeo has two models of kite that use the Aluula fabric. One is the Roam, which is seen in the video here, and the other is the Flight. We have a lot of sessions on both. The demo size for the Roam was a 10 meter. The demo size we had the most time on for the Flight was the 14.5. Overall, we have been incredibly impressed with either one. The pricing on these kites is pretty high. These are expensive kites, but some would say definitely worth it. So you can make your own decision. We'll do first things first with the weigh-in. You can see we're about 4.5 pounds for the Roam 10 meter, and that includes 1.1 pounds of bladders. Look at that. These are the bladders out of that Roam. So 3 strut bladders and 1 leading edge bladder put on the scale is 1.1 pounds. So I mean, the kite is just incredibly light. In the video here, I'm kind of zooming in on the Aluula fabric. You see how loose that weave is. That's what makes it so light, right? Is there's just less fibers per square inch because each fiber is stronger. So during our demoing on the Aluula kites, the thing that has been universally consistent is their ability to fly in very, very light winds, which helps downwind drift for hydrofoiling, helps relaunch in light winds in our lessons. It helps kind of all the time. Also, the inertia or mass in the air is so light that even the bigger sizes feel very quick and nimble and will accelerate forward in the window or back in the window much more easy than a kite that's heavier in the sky.
I'm Chris here, and I'm going to talk to you today about the Ocean Rodeo Roam Black. So this is the Roam that has the Aluula material on it for the leading edge and the struts. So I got a chance to take this out and ride it. One of the things you notice right off the bat is just how lightweight it is. So when you pick this kite up, you're basically feel like you're picking up a trainer kite, not even a real kite. But trust me, it is a whole 10 meter in here. So basically the first thing I noticed was the lightweightness of it. So I go out to the beach, I unpack it, I start pumping it up. Now, because of the leading edge and everything, it says that it can take up more pressure. So I did pump it up a little bit harder. So normally I put kites between about, I would say 7 to 8 PSI normally. This kite I got all the way up to about 10 PSI. And then one of the nice things I noticed about this kite is they were also able to make that leading edge a lot smaller, which makes the kite fly a little bit nicer. I find that big leading edges are really awesome and stable kites, but when you're looking for that penetration through the air and everything, a smaller leading edge is really, really good kite. Now, once I got the kite out on the water, I would say it was blowing anywhere between 16 down to like 14 miles an hour. So I was out there on a twin tip at first, got to ride the kite a little bit. It was a good kite overall, but I wasn't really able to feel too much benefits from it since it was a 10 meter, and it was like, normally I like a 10 meter in about 18 to 20, so I could feel this kite wanted to have a little bit more power. So anytime I did my jumps or tricks, I would kind of fall out of the sky on it. But again, that's no fault to the kite. It's the size for sure. But again, it was riding, no problem. I put it in the water, was able to relaunch it, no problem. Thing is super, super light, which is awesome. So then I switched over to a foil, and on the foil, that's where this kite really shined. So for me foiling, one of the things I like to do is I like to use a bigger wing, like more like a surf foil wing nowadays when I'm foiling. And one of the things I like to do is literally just be riding and like let go of the bar and then carve some turns. And when I'm doing that, one of the big issues I find is that as soon as you let go of the bar, the kite starts falling, right? And so you really got to be quick to re-engage and grab the bar and get the kite back up. Thing I noticed about the Roam though was I was able to let go of the kite, bust 2, maybe 3 carves, and then go grab the bar, but yet the kite's just still sitting there. It's just floating up there, no problem. So I think for guys for the surf, guys foiling, this thing is gonna be amazing, right? It's a lightweight kite. It's only got 3 struts, but with that
so right there's the Aluula
it
material.
really makes the kite super light.
Well,
So again,
space
like you can
between
go
the
out in
fibers.
super light winds,
Yeah.
and
you really see it
rip
up
around
close
on
there.
it. Where you know
Normal
other kites,
Dacron does not look
you're
like
out
that.
there, you're
Normal
having fun,
Dacron's
but
dense.
that added
It's
weight
real dense weave.
tends to make
The
that kite wanna,
Alula's super
follow
loose.
this
Look
guy
at
a
how
little bit
loose
more.
that weave is. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's almost see-through.
Yeah, it reminds me of a Kevlar. Maybe it's just the color.
Yeah, it could be the color.
Yeah.
And that's another interesting thing. I like the fact that, you know, when you saw it in most of the videos beforehand, it was all black. But I think the yellow really helped make it, like, you know, pop and show material and everything.
It's like golden thread, maybe.
Golden thread, right?
Maybe
Yeah.
that's why it's so expensive.
It's so expensive. They actually use gold in the kite. So, yeah.
We had a great time making this video. Hopefully you guys had a great time watching it. If you have more questions or if we can help with anything else, give us a call or email us. If you want to get on the list for one of these kites, make sure and place the order on our website or call us and we can help you make that happen. We're shipping these as they come in. We're getting stock every day from Ocean Rodeo, but this is a very high demand product. So if you want one, you're going to want to get your order in soon. Thanks for watching.